Niger, and I'm your host, Faith Mbakwe. Today, our food sojourn is going to be going straight down to the ancient city of Abeokuta in Ogun State. We are going to be making one of the staples that have come out of that city that has graced virtually every event that has held in the southwest part of Nigeria for the past 10 years. And I'm talking about none other than Ofada Rice and Ayamashi stew or designer stew. So I'm going to be walking you through my recipe for how to make Ofada rice, designer sauce, and plate it in such a palatable way. So my ingredients for making Ofada rice are the Ofada rice itself. So the Ofada rice is a semi-polished local rice. It's not the conventional everyday kind of local rice. We have 4 eggs. We have some bleached palm oil. We have our ejakika, also known as smoked bala fish. Then in here we have some tripe, that's shaki. We have some goat meat or gunfe. We have plantains. You cannot serve Ofada rice without putting fried plantains to it. That is a complete blunder, a complete sacrilege. So you do not want to miss it. This is a must-have provided you are preparing Ofada rice and ayamashi. Then for our designer sauce, what makes designer sauce stand out is, compared to the regular stews, designer sauce is a lot darker due to the presence of green peppers and green scotch bonnet, aka green atarudo. So we have our green bell peppers and green atarudo. If you notice, there is no tomatoes in ayamashi. You can also use the red bell pepper and red scotch bonnet if you want to make the red variant of Ofada sauce. But for me, I am going the whole 9 yards, bringing the local Ofada setting to your screens. So we're going to be using 3 green bell peppers. We're going to be using some scotch bonnet, the green variant, onion. We have here 1 tablespoon of crayfish powder. Things to avoid: do not put too much crayfish. It would overpower, the taste of the crayfish would overpower the taste of the ayamashi. Do not forget to put your plantain, because I don't know how you want to plate it without plantain. Then you need your iru or locust bean for the flavor and everything. Your Ofada is not complete if you do not have iru in it. So to start off the preparation, I'm just going to put water in a clean pot and bring it to a boil. So while my water is coming to a boil, I'm just going to put in another pot my beef, that's my goat meat and my tripe, and I'm going to cook it till it's tender. As usual, I wouldn't be starting off with water. So I'm going to add a cup of water into the goat meat and then leave that to come to a boil. Just a cup of water. Then I'm going to leave this to come to a boil. In the meantime, I'm going to grind my peppers. You don't want to grind your peppers to be too smooth. We're not trying to make stew. We need it to be a little bit coarse, so you can use a food processor to just process it, or if you're blending it, you can make it very coarse or a little bit coarse. Just use whatever works for you, but it should be coarse. So I'll be back in a minute. So my water has come to a boil. Yes, so I would now add your Ofada rice into this and leave it to boil for a few more minutes. So the brand of Ofada rice that I bought is already pre-picked. That's why I am not going to be picking it. But if you are buying the regular type in the market that hasn't been pre-picked, please spend adequate time in pre-picking it. I cannot overemphasize this. That's because you do not want to have stones and sand in your rice. If not, you're just going to be hurting your teeth. A lot of people say Ofada rice has a terrible smell. Ofada rice has a terrible smell. But to me, I find that exaggerated, because the smell is nothing when compared to the taste. Yes, the taste of Ofada is distinct and different. So I'd rather have Ofada than have like white rice. I think this one, the unpolishedness of the rice and everything is it for me. Our Ofada rice is ready to be pre-washed. So I'm just going to turn off the heat on the gas and take it to the sink to wash it. So I'll just wash it till the water runs clear. Then I know that it's ready. So I'm done washing my rice and I'm going to proceed in the final cooking. So I've thoroughly washed it and the smell has reduced. So we're going to notice a better smell by the time we cook it up. Into a pot I had already put hot water, so it's already boiling. I'm just going to add my rice. So I'm not using a lot of water, as you can see, because my rice is already about 75% cooked. Now into this rice, I'm going to add a little bit of groundnut oil. You'll be asking, why are you adding groundnut oil when it's not included in your ingredients? It's because it's totally optional, but it's just for me to ensure that my rice comes out one and not mushy as a whole by the time I'm done cooking it. I'm just going to add groundnut oil to that. Just a little. Now leave this to come to a boil. My goat meat is already ready. I'm going to turn off the heat on the goat meat. It's cooked alongside the tripe. I'm going to scoop it out from the heat and put it in a bowl. using this beautiful. I like tribe because it gives patterns to your food. So I'm going to put my eggs on fire to bring it to a boil. So I already have water in a clean pot. So I'm just going to put the eggs and bring it to a boil. I'm going to use about 4 eggs for this recipe. I'm done blending my peppers, and this is what it looks like, coarsely blended. So you can strain off the water if you want, but I would not be straining off the water for this recipe because I'm most likely going to add it back. I'm going to set my pot on the heat now. While the pot is drying up, I'm just going to use my knife to chop up I'm just going to chop up my onion. So my pot is already dry. I'll add my bleached palm oil into it. So Ofada is not a meal that you be very, very stingy or miserly with the palm oil. Just put as much as you can put. So into this, I'm going to put a little of the onion, stir it, and then I'm going to fry my meat. So into this, I've added my onion. Now I'm going to fry my meat. That's my tripe and my goat meat. Our meat has browned, so I'm just going to take it off the fire. Don't want it to burn. I'm going to reduce the heat to the lowest and add the remaining onion into it. The heat is on the lowest, mind you. And I'll add my locust bean. Locust bean is one of the secret ingredients for ofada that you do not want to miss. So don't forget to add it while frying. So I'll just leave this for a few minutes, just for about 1 minute. Into this mixture, I'm just going to put my pepper and leave it to fry till the oil floats on top. This procedure will take roughly 30 to 40 minutes. By the time the oil is floating on top, you'll notice that this light greenish stuff has turned dark. This process will take about 30 to 40 minutes to dry and fry, and by the time we come back to check it, you'll notice that oil has floated on top. My eggs have boiled now, so I'm just going to take it off from the heat and put it in room temperature water to cool down so I can deshell it easily. So I've shelled my eggs and I'm just going to put it into this, leave it to cook for a few. I'm going to add my seasoning cubes. Some salt, basically salt to taste. Then my big fish. All of that, that's about 1 tablespoon. Yes. My sauce is coming up, so if you notice, oil has started floating on top. So at this point we are almost done. I'm going to add my already fried meat into it. And then I'm going to add my smoked panga fish. But first I have to flake it and rinse it off first. Mala has a lot of eggs and I do not eat the eggs, so I'm going to discard this. This is what the eggs look like. I'm not going to use that part of the fish. For those of you trying to lose weight, panga is a generally leaner fish. It doesn't contain as much fat as you get or as much calories as you get in typical fishes like mackerel. So into the pot it goes. richness of the Ofada sauce is the reason why it is a bit more expensive than typical stew. That's because it has lots of ingredients going on in it. Like for me, I had goat meat, I had shaki or tripe, I had eggs, and then panla fish. So this is a really rich sauce. I'll taste for salt and leave that come to a boil. Let's add a little more salt. Now it's perfect, so I'll just leave it to cook for a few minutes, then I'll bring it down. Voila! Our Ofada sauce is ready. This is how it looks. So beautiful, right? This is how it looks. So beautiful. So I intentionally put my eggs a bit early so that the juice around the sauce can be incorporated into the eggs. So the eggs are not just bland, they are tasty. You can eat it on its own. It's tasty and delicious. Now I'm going to go into frying my plantain. Let's get this one to the burner. I am a plantain person. Plantain chips, I am there. The only way I don't eat plantain is primarily plantain porridge. But you see plantain chips, I'm there. Boli, I'm there. What else do we have that we use plantain? Plantain amala, I'm there. So I eat plantain in a diverse kind of in. I eat plantain in diverse ways, and for Ofada, you can't just have Ofada without this. You're going to see why by the time you start eating it. Yes. So typically, the plantain for Ofada is diced cube. You don't dice it. You don't do the regular slicing for plantain for Ofada. You cut it like this. This is how it's supposed to be. Because I think the idea behind it is that cut it like this. The idea behind it is that you can easily get one piece of plantain at your spoon, one spoon of rice, and just play around with it. Yeah, I think that's the idea behind it. I'm not doing complete deep frying. You can, however, use an air fryer to do this. I feel we already have lots of oil going on in the Ofada. Let's not overplay our luck. So it's ready. I just like it to be slightly golden brown, not all the way. I'm going to take these ones off, then take it up in batches. When you're taking it off, please do not reduce the heat. If not, your plantains will soak oil. Do not reduce the heat. our Ofada plantain and the designer sauce is ready. The most beautiful thing about the Ofada is in the plate. So I'm going to make a layout and just do my plating how I like it. So our Ofada rice, designer sauce, plantain and chicken is ready. This is the perfect combo that you get when you go for Owambe or events. I think one of these days what I'll be doing on the streets, I'll be having random people to come in and taste this food. Because sometimes when I'm talking, you could be like, wait, you're hyping this food too much and the rest. But this, if I'm to grade myself, I'll grade myself something like 125 over 100. Because this is exquisite. When you follow this recipe to the latter, you are guaranteed to get the absolute perfect designer sauce. If you compare designer sauce with yam, regular white rice, it's as sweet. But this sauce is a banger. Yes, I say so. This is a banger. So I'm going to now combine it and have a taste of it as a whole. Going to call a blend of different things. That's one thing I can say. It is fantabulous. You should try this very soon. But thank you for staying tuned to Taste of Nigeria. Thank you for following us from the beginning of today's episode to the end. If you try this recipe, do leave us feedback just to say how it went. And I can assure you this is a crowd pleaser. In the meantime, till I come your way next time, do stay safe and God bless. Bye bye.